how are you? I am just doing a quick review of the Illamasqua skin base range because they have got a brand new and actually sneak preview delightful concealer. So you are about to see me with zero makeup on, and you will be surprised for what my skin looks like now to what it looks like in a sec. I've had some kind of outbreak. But yes, stay tuned and enjoy. Hiya. So as you can see, my skin is horrendous at the moment. I have no idea what's going on. Hormones have got me. So please try to ignore them while I am, no, hang on, until I get to concealer, because I've got something to show you first. I am reviewing, as you know, my Illamasqua products. And the first one I want to tell you about, I'm going to use it on my face now, is Beyond Veil. If you haven't heard of it, which I hadn't actually, it is, have you used Hydra Veil? If you've used Hydra Veil, Hydra Veil is like a gel type moisturiser. It's like literally like jelly in the pot, and it goes on and then sinks straight into your skin so you dry again, which for some people, especially those with oily skin, is really nice because you don't feel greasy. This Beyond Veil is, if you want to have a look at it in there, can you see it wiggling? Let me touch it, hang on. There we go. So it's like solid but wet and gooey at the same time. It's very, very strange, but it's absolutely amazing. So what it is, it's like a gel, and they've included a glow into it. So when you put it on, your skin is like glowing. As you might know, I always use Strobe Cream by MAC, quite wet like a moisturiser, whereas this goes on and dries kind of instantly really, but you keep the glow. So I'm going to put it on, literally ignore these bad boys because they will be concealed. I'm going to get this out of its little pot. I'm literally just like digging my finger in, and I'm going to put it absolutely everywhere. It smells clean, which I like in a product. So when you put it on, your skin is just kind of shining already. So these bits, sometimes I put an extra few little bits here so that they'll come through my foundation and I will look like a glowing goddess instead of a spotty mare. So yeah, I actually really like Beyond Veil. So people do say it is a primer. I think Illamasqua market it as a primer. I imagine, yes, it will hold your makeup because it's actually smoothing my skin out. It will hold your makeup. Really good if you're dry because it adds the moisture that you need into your skin. And if you're oily, it's actually really good as well because it is the gel and it soaks straight in. I'm actually really combo. I get like really shiny down here and really dry everywhere else. So yeah, like it, really like it. Will definitely be making it onto my bathroom shelf. Next up, I'm going to put my skin on. So I always use a concealer, a foundation and a powder. My favourite thing that Illamasqua have sent me this time is this concealer. I am such a tough and kind of picky concealer customer. You may know that, where is it? I use the Kiko one. It's literally like a highlighting pen for underneath the eyes. And I use it because it doesn't crease. And I'm actually very happy to say that this Illamasqua skin base one has not been creasing over the last week. It's a bit heavier than I usually wear, but I'm going to show you where I wear it so that it doesn't crease. Look at the top of it, it's metal. It's a metal top, so it's like it's meant to be like it cools your eye down, and it actually does. Like when you put it on like this, I feel like I'm not putting much product on now, but I'm using the tip to like cool the underneath of my eye, and it literally feels amazing. Like it reduces my puffiness and any kind of like just kind of redness under the eyes. The cooling sensation of these pens is actually divine, like before you even put the product on. So anyway, enough is enough. I'm going to use L2. So L1 is a little bit lighter, L2 I've got a little bit of tan on, so I'm actually going to use the slightly darker one. The colour of these, you know when you get concealers and they're very either pink, yellowy, both of these colours I actually really like, L1 and L2. I put it here. If you look, I'm not actually too dark here, and that's where I get crow's feet, so I don't actually put much in there at all. Get my little mirror. I'm going to put here here, and in there. In that inner bit. I'm also now going to put a little dot on you, goodbye, you, and you. This is before foundation as well. I always conceal, especially under eyes before foundation, because I just don't like any foundation under there at all. This is a Real Technique brush, and I'm just going to start working it into the skin. All around there. Missing out this bit really. I just don't like it. I drag like the remainder of the product there. I just don't like too much product there. I just don't need it. That is just lovely. Just so nice. If you want to get your ring finger and just tap it in so that it's right, but covered, can't even see anymore. That is really nice, and the texture of it is like skin. It's actually like real skin. That is just so nice. Actually can't see anything. Oh, got perfect skin again. Okay, foundation I'm using is Skin Base. I've actually always loved Skin Base. I wrote a blog about 2 years ago now where I secret shopped makeup counters sneakily. I pretended I wasn't a makeup artist, and I went to Illamasqua, and the girl who served me was the nicest, and she was so good at makeup. You read the blog actually, I put it in my bio cringe. Skin Base she used on me, and I always in my mind thought Skin Base was a really heavy product. I think people got the wrong idea of Illamasqua sometimes. I think they think all the products are kind of too strong, but Skin Base is like, it dries like demi kind of matte, and then it's like balmy, so your skin looks like real skin, I think anyway. In the biggest area of my face, which is the cheek or forehead, and just blend it out. I mean, I like quite a natural finish foundation, which is why I use a brush like that, because it buffs everything out. You don't need it to be like painted on. You can buff everything out with a brush like this. Can you actually see how that glowing is still coming through from the Beyond Veil? That is actually gorgeous. Would highly recommend. That for me is an absolutely gorgeous coverage. I mean, you could easily, if you wanted to, I've used like the tiniest bit, the smallest bit just for all over, but you could easily put more of that. It's actually really buildable. You could easily put more of the foundation or concealer on, but that is enough for me, I think. And to be fair, you all saw my skin 5 minutes ago, and that was there, and that was there, and now they are not. Last in like your base bit of your routine is powder. This is the loose powder of Illamasqua. It's translucent, that's the word. Translucent one, and I do actually really like this powder. It's very, I don't always use translucent powders on myself, but this one's extremely soft. Like, it just sinks into your skin. The only other one I've used that I like is the Chanel one, which is the universal loose one. I like that as well, and it has a similar texture to that. Some of them I find can be a little bit harsh, but that is actually just like sinks straight into the skin and disappears. So I'm only going to use it now, kind of like T-zone it and where I want just to be completely set in place. So let's have a look. I'm going to use the lid and tap with my Real Techniques setting brush, and I am going to just dust it slightly. I always put a little bit extra, you know, like I have blemishes, I always make sure I tap over that because I don't want anybody to see that. So I actually tend to miss that bit out with powder completely, and I never put powder underneath my eyes because I'm not even kidding, I would be like a wrinkly old girl in minutes. I don't like to set my concealers. I know a lot of people do, but I just never do. I find if you find a good concealer, it will sit on its own as long as you've buffed it in, and we have buffed it in with that. So a little brush like that, perfect. So my skin is now set and it looks a million times better than it did. Like that skin routine is actually delightful. Oh my god, look what I've just done here. I've burnt myself on my curler. Oh my god, it looks like a love bite. Oh my god, no, it's not a love bite. I don't even know why I just said that. It's a burn. I'm going to use my trusty Chanel bronzer because I just want it to be a natural bronzy skin. I'm just going to go up my cheeks. You can actually see how that is still glowing through my foundation. That is absolutely divine. That Beyond Veil. I know I keep harping on about it, but I do love a glow. It's called Epic by Illamasqua, and it looks like that. It's like bronzy goldy. It's like ambery almost, and I love it. So you can wear it here. Instead of like right up the cheekbone, you can wear it like here, at the front, and when you smile, it just catches there. Favourite combo, lip. We're gonna have Iconic Nude by Charlotte Tilbury. And then Pillow Talk. One of my favourite combos ever, that is. Iconic Nude, Pillow Talk, what a combo. I'm quite pale, so it goes quite dark on me, but it's actually a really nice nude combo for anyone with darker skin too. And there we go, that's it. My how not to make your face look rank with the new Illamasqua concealer and the skin base range. Absolutely love it, can't recommend it enough. Thanks Illamasqua for having me. And yeah, there you go. There it is. Oh, I added a pair of lashes as well because they're my new faves. I'll tag them in. Gorge. Anyway, that's it. See ya.